So if this last pile spoke to you, there could be a message here for you. As always, take what resonates. Your choices are your own. Reading cards, sharing what I believe is coming through, but ultimately your decisions are your own, and sharing with a kind heart. So, Rabbit, I think this kind of speaks for itself. So if you're going back for more, you might want to reconsider that, or if it's simply physical and toying with your emotions rather than enhancing your well-being, it's something you might want to reconsider. So it's a matter of self-respect or emotions. What is really serving your emotional well-being, and is this relationship or whatever the situationship really serving your heart and soul? And you deserve to have that connection on all levels. And sometimes it's a matter of you getting in there or like in your own depths of your heart and soul. And sometimes it's about just standing your ground and saying, I am worthy, I deserve more, I am more than what I'm allowing myself to receive here or even give. So if you're only giving, one part of yourself physically or otherwise, that could be mirroring back to you, and what really do you want for yourself in a relationship long term or otherwise. So Death card, taking off the mask, the illusion. So if you're putting on this front that all you want is one thing, but you're giving another, then it's time to drop that mask, those games, and be upfront with both yourself and the person that you're dealing with, or person you will deal with, and having your boundaries set and your expectations clear. It doesn't need to be rigid, it can be fluid, and it takes time to explore what works for you with another human being, and boundaries. What boundaries can you negotiate, and which are just firm. Okay. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So what patterns are playing out, and so the moon can illuminate secrets, what we hold in. So if you have the script of how the last relationship played out, are you speaking that a lot in conversations with other people, with your inner dialogue? Are you watching that play out as you are in a situationship with someone else? Like, are you projecting your last partnership? So if somebody cheated on you, are you just expecting that to happen again, and only giving part of yourself, for example? Rewrite that script. Take a look at it. Take a look and have accountability for your own actions. Forgive both yourself and the other person. Because if there was love there and you kind of poured your heart out and didn't get what you received, it's a beautiful challenge to move forward clearly and not take that pain or that resistance with you into the next relationship. You want to end that cycle and not take it into the next connection. Okay, so do your work now and clear your slate. Clear it out, release it. It might be a prayer, it might be speaking to someone, it might be going to the gym a little bit more and it like release it physically in that way. Might be sitting out some moon water and setting out that tension to let that water clear you the next morning, or ask for healing in your dreams at night. This is a process, a growth. In the long term, it'll be for the best. Again, you don't want to continue the cycles. I have found dancing to be very beneficial. It felt really like, it felt like release work for me, especially from previous sexual assault. Like, it really felt like it was releasing all that, but I set the intention before I started the movement. No different than like when you start a yoga class, you sit and take breaths before you start to move. sharing in case that helps. 5 of Cups, 5 of Hearts. You are good enough. This is like that insecurity card. So if you're, whatever happened in the past, you are not defined by your past, and you are not defined by the actions of another human being. You are in charge of drawing your line in the sand and saying, I'm not taking that anymore. I deserve more, I deserve better. It's not that sense of withholding. So your 4 is you're kind of holding, and 6 is that generosity. And this is kind of right in between that cycle of what are you going to hold to yourself and be true to yourself, and 6, what are you going to reciprocate or allow to continue? What are you going to allow to continue? 4 of Wands. Look at that. So after all that heavy energy, and look what's also under here, the next. So you have 4 of Wands and 2 of Cups. So those lessons have made you stronger. That ex was your teacher. And perhaps a new commitment awaits you once you do this work to love yourself first, to know that you're worthy. Because if you don't believe that you're worthy to receive, and you have your knight in shining armor showing up at your door, you'll be like, what? All your little insecurities are going to pop up. So, and then it's going to happen anyway. We're human. But trust that you're worthy of a deeper commitment. And what does that commitment look like to you? Write it down. Write it out. And not in opposition to, I don't want X, Y, and Z because I've dealt with that. You can do your work beforehand to clear that out, and then start to get clear about what you want as more of like a clean slate, forward-moving dialogue with spirit and with yourself. Feeling a lot at the heart. So I apologize if there's been a lot of pain and heartache. And maybe that pain and heartache is just going to break you free from other things in the past. Because some of those cycles, they continue from other parts of our lives. That makes sense. But you're going to put an end to it and get moving and take care of yourself and love yourself and believe in yourself without a doubt. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. That's a lot. Let's see. Yeah, we can do that. It looks like a lot because deck's nice. Unconditional love. You are worthy of love exactly as you are. Beautiful. And unconditional love isn't the same if you've had any narcissistic abuse or narcissism in your family where you have to play games, or that black sheep drama in the family. There's no games with unconditional love. Break free of fear. Outside of fear is a world of love. So if you're kind of holding on, afraid of change, you're your own prisoner. Like, you have the inner resources, or you can seek additional support. Word surrender also came up. High vibrations. Raise your vibrations. You're ready. You're ready for the next step. You're ready for this next commitment. Slow down. So there's an intense connection. You're ready to have a lot of fun. Just slow down a little bit. Believe your dreams are the voice of your soul. So, trusting what comes through is released through your dreams. Start to work with your dreams. So what our waking mind isn't ready to receive or doesn't know quite how to process or get to could be coming through your dreams. So starting to journal that might be a good idea. Ways of emotions. Surrender and allow yourself to feel it all. So just emotions come and they go, they pass. The light is really paying attention. So it's just like transcending through it and let the light shine on the waves of emotions to learn from them. Okay, and know that it'll pass, but the more that you kind of butt up against it, the stronger and intense it becomes, and you start to build a wall around yourself. Speaking from experience, growth, you're constantly growing and expanding, so again, the light shining there, so allow yourself to keep going, keep growing. You are not stuck. You are in motion, honey, and this is one phase, and the next stage is going to be beautiful for you. Trust it. But do your hard work now for yourself. Signs, you're always being guided. So when you're doing your internal work, your shadow work, working through the past, let your body and your mind intuitively guide you, whether that if you start to, crave new foods, or want a new movement pattern, or want to be around different people. When your vibrations change, maybe that is listening to some beats as you're putting something to rest. A lot's going to change around you because you're growing. So trusting that internal dialogue and that the feedback you're getting from spirit. And your future is as bright as you dare to shine. So keep going. Your hard work now is part of the foundation for your future. And it's up to you to do the work. It's up to you to continue a cycle, break free of it. It's up to you to love yourself. Well, I do hope this served well. Take what resonates. You know better. You know your situation. This is a general read. Satnam.